Darcey, first off, a massive congratulations. You secured your first victory last week in Belgium at the Hullencourt Women's Open. I know you've had a few days now to process it and hopefully celebrate, but how are you feeling after the win?
Yeah, really, really good. It hasn't quite hit yet, and I'm sure it probably will when I'm teeing up at my home course for the Open. But yeah, just really great, and it's nice that we've got a competition straight after because it feels like I'm kind of still in the flow from it.
You brought it up, so I want to mention it. The AIG Women's Open, I mean, you secured your spot at Royal Porthcawl, as you mentioned, your home club. So, I mean, what does it mean to have qualified for that tournament?
It means everything. Like I said at the start of the year, in another interview, they said, what does it mean to you? And it was a dream, really. Dream come true, so it still is now, and I can't believe I get to go and play.
Yeah, how much was that on your mind on Sunday going down that stretch? I know you had a nice lead, especially on the back nine, but how much was it on your mind?
Not too much until probably the 17th, 18th hole, where I was walking down and thought, wow, I could be in the Open at Porthcawl, and I kind of thought I was going to have to qualify and getting a little bit nervous about having to qualify if I didn't have a good day and the final qualifying, but now it's made life easier for sure.
You seem pretty nervous in Belgium on the final day, as if you'd done it 10 times before. I mean, how are you able to stay so cool out there?
No, I was really, really nervous inside, okay. For sure. I think the small putt on the last was probably the most nervous I've ever been over a ball, I think. But I kind of didn't really go out expecting to win on the last day, so I kind of just went out trying to have a good score again and to prove to myself that you can have 4 days good rounds. So that was kind of the mindset I went into, and then the more birdies I had, the more momentum I got, and then I was like, oh, okay, I could, maybe win this, and then that's when I got nervous.
You hold some pretty monster putts out there, but what was it really that clicked for you, do you think, in Belgium?
It was the putting. I think, like with everyone that wins, I'm sure everyone will say their putting is good on the day, but it was very, very good last week. The greens really suited me. I'm a lot better on quicker greens, so I was rolling them really nicely, and I got some good lines, and then just got the pace kind of clicked, and yeah, they all dropped for me last week.
It's pretty remarkable, only your 8th LET event and you're already a winner in your rookie season. I mean, at the beginning of the year, when you were sort of setting your goals, did you have a win in mind? I mean, what were your goals at the start of the year?
Definitely to win, but sometimes you think, oh, maybe that's a bit of an ambitious goal, because very new to this is all very new, so you don't really know what to expect. But that was a goal of mine, but I think just going out and getting some top finishes was a more realistic goal for me. So yeah, now I've kind of blown the expectations. It's really nice.
Yeah, does that change your goals now for the rest of the year?
I think just win again will probably be another goal, and just keep trying to, play well and hit good scores. And again, you might get a day where monster putters drop again, and you never know.
Could you just tell me off camera how you were able to go home after the win? It must have been quite a nice homecoming. How was the reception for you?
Well, I didn't get home until 2 a.m. I was pretty tired. But it was really nice to just go home and see family and kind of reset. And yeah, before coming out, I think it was a good choice.
Touched on the AIG Women's Open. This week in Czech is quite a big week because it's the last week for the Amundi Evian Championship qualifying. Now, with the win, you're actually moved into spots with the deadline on Sunday. So another big week. You get there. How much is that on your mind?
Not too much. I guess the whole goal for me was to get to the British Open. I never really at all thought the Evian would ever be in my sights this year or maybe next year. So it's quite nice just to go with the flow. And if it happens, then it'll happen, and it'll be a great experience in my first major, but if not, then British Women's Open will be my first. So
let's just touch on your rookie year then. It seems like you're really having a blast on and off the course. I know you've been travelling a lot with some of your fellow rookies, Amelia Garvey, Brianna. So how's it been for you out there?
Yeah, it's been great. I found such a lovely friendship group. I think the start of the year, I think the first event cancelled in Australia kind of helped me find some really lovely friends, and it's great travelling every week with Annabelle Fuller and Amelia. It's been such good fun, and yeah, it's blown my expectations to how I thought professional golf was going to be, and it's just been great on and off the golf course, like you said, and yeah, every time you don't have a good day on the golf course, it's always nice to come back to friends and we'll have a bit of a laugh. So yeah.
New week here then in Czech, coming off a win. What are your expectations heading into the week?
I mean, I feel like I'm playing well, and I'm confident now, which is quite nice in my game. But again, just come out and enjoy it, and the weather looks great. So again, we're quite lucky, and the course looks really nice. Haven't played it yet, but I'm going up. What I can see is really lovely. So looking forward to it.
And you had DP World Tour Pro Jakob Olsson on the bag last week. He's going to be out here again, I believe?
Yeah, he's coming tomorrow evening ready for the first round. So hopefully that partnership will work again. So we'll see.
Let's hope so. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.